Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the conversation on TOS TV Network. Yes, I'm excited. It's the first day of July 2021. Officially in the other half of the year. I mean, we have just 6 months to go to get into 2022. I don't know if I should be excited about that or not. I mean, the year is like fast wrapping up. Well, I guess what? It's a rainy day here in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. We're greeted by rain today, first day of July 2021. I'm a rain lover, so I love it. Well, my name is Adesu Alsui.
And my name is Merciful Ajinomo. Good morning, Nigeria, Africa, and the rest of the world, and happy New Month. I can feel the excitement in your voice.
Yes, I mean, first of all, it's a rainy day. Secondly, it's the first day of July 2021. The year is wrapping up.
And the most exciting part of it for me, basically, is, starting afresh. We've got the first 6 months. We've done that, all the hustles, the challenges and everything. So it's like turning a new leaf afresh. So people should be geared up because we have 6 months to go before 2022. And everything that we've thought, you just set aside and everything, we can pick it up. Start afresh is not too late. We've got 6 months. You can do that. Don't say I'm being so motivational.
I was going to say that. Merciful is, I told them before, I think Merciful is in the wrong career. He should be a motivational speaker. I think, from one
we all need little motivation here and there for every career. Guess what? Because this world is changing. Things are happening on it. So we need people to keep telling us things so we can stay afloat.
What more proof do you need that Merciful should be a motivational speaker? Okay, talking about motivation, we'll be bringing you the quote of the day in about 2 seconds, and after that, we'll be bringing you up to speed with development stories happening from across the continent.
Always remember,
this man I have creative design. We really like it, but
you deserve a break. You can indulge in a cup of 3-in-1 Cadbury Hot Chocolate. Cadbury Hot Chocolate. Indulge. Now available in the 450 grams pouch.
All right, let's get right into the story. Starting with, this controversial story about COVID being excluded from the European Union COVID-19 certificate. Now, according to the 54-nation African Union statement late Monday, COVID exclusion could lead to discrimination against African travelers. COVID, which is produced by the Serum Institute of India and is distributed to African nations as part of the COVAX initiative to give developing countries access to COVID-19 vaccines, is not one of 4 vaccines approved by the European Union for its planned digital vaccination certificate, which is intended to allow people to travel freely within the European Union.
You see, before now I was always telling you that anything that we can do that will make all of this whole corona thing come down to like the barest minimum is a welcome development. Like I very much do agree with the AU it's really sad. We're trying to explore different avenues to make sure that everyone is safe. So people come up with vaccines. We have Egypt coming on. We're asking for more African countries to come with. So this discrimination, just having 4 vaccines among the list as people that can travel, is very, very, very sad.
So it's that I got vaccinated, but because I got vaccinated with the COVID vaccine, I cannot travel to any European country because it's not approved in your country. Meanwhile, Africa is not producing any vaccine at this point. So I don't think they should be discriminating again. As long as the vaccine is proven effective against the COVID-19, the coronavirus, the virus itself. I think
even if there's a slight improvement, even if people are taking it and there's a slight improvement, I think it's a welcome development.
Exactly.
And let's just welcome it with open arms. We move to the next story that's talking about European Investment Bank to invest $95 million on geothermal power in East Africa. As part of its commitment to tackle the global challenges of greenhouse gas emissions, the European Investment Bank has agreed to invest $95 million in geothermal power project in East Africa through its investment in renewable energy. Some of the countries set to benefit from the investment are Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Madagascar, Rwanda, Malawi, Mauritius, Seychelles, Mayotte, Mozambique, Reunion, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda.
I was hoping I'd see Nigeria on that list, but I'm not saying Nigeria on that list because renewable energy is the way to go at this point. I mean, we're talking about, you know, greenhouse emission, we're talking about carbon emission, we're talking about pollution, we're talking about climate change and all of that stuff. Having to switch to green energy is where the world is going, and I'm surprised Nigeria is not on that list. But although we're working towards, you know, having to go away from fossil fuels and then going to, you know,
for the benefit of planet Earth.
Exactly. All right, moving away from that to Kenya. Kenya is announcing plans to set up vaccine plants that to reduce, you know, its level of dependency on vaccine donors. To reduce the level of dependency that Kenya has on getting vaccines from donors and increase supply, a fill and finish vaccine plant where the last process of filling vials and packaging them for distribution is to be set up in the country. The Human Vaccine Center will not only focus on manufacturing COVID-19 vaccines, but other vaccines, says President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Uganda and Ethiopia, according to the UNCTAD report.
This is good. This is good for Kenya. It's good for Africa.
What we said earlier.
Yeah, definitely. And I do believe Nigeria should start, you know, gearing up for all of these
I think
things
Nigeria, South Africa, one of the countries that are looking, you know, at setting up power plant, a COVID-19 plant in Africa. I think Nigeria is one of the countries. South Africa and then Egypt, of course. I think Mali too.
And the plant here in Kenya is not just for the COVID-19, it's for all third diseases. So it's really a good thing. I'm really excited to see all of this development that has to concern health, because Africa as a continent is one that has suffered from all of these things for a far too long time. So if we're seeing plants being set up, you know, vaccines being created, it's a good thing. It shows that our future is brighter. You know,
made in Africa,
we're gradually, you know, improving everything.
Exactly my point.
All right, we move over to Malawi, where the former Malawian Central Bank governor has been charged with 4 counts of financial impropriety. The former governor of the Reserve Bank of Malawi has been charged with money laundering at a magistrate court in Lilongwe. Dalitso Kambambe and 3 other former senior officials were charged with 4 counts of financial impropriety in the wake of a forensic audit by Deloitte, which showed the central bank made several irregular payments to companies linked to the former ruling Democratic Progressive Party.
This is just Africa and corruption. It's like we cannot be too far away from, you know, corruption. It's like, I don't know. So anytime I hear stories like this, I just go, okay, another one. It's sad. How can you be placed in charge of the central bank, the apex bank in a country, and then the best you can do is to, you know, financial misappropriation, and then for a ruling party? I just hope everyone involved, first of all, proper investigation is carried out.
Yes, and justice is carried out.
Involved is brought to
because we actually do need scapegoats.
I mean, yeah,
if we're going to have a continent where we're going to be corruption free to a large extent, and where there's going to be transparency and accountability, people have to be brought to the book.
Oh, yeah, exactly. People have to be brought to the book. My point exactly. Okay, having said that, that's it for stories and happenings and developments from across Africa. Right about now, we're bringing you COVID-19 updates from across the continent, because yes, COVID-19 is still very much real. And after that, we'll be looking at front pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning.
TOS TV Network mobile app is now available. You can now catch up on our breaking news, stream our programs live, watch out for the latest update on sport and politics as they unfold. You can also get notifications for our upcoming programs and events. All these on our TOS TV Network mobile app, available on Apple Store and Google Play Store. TOS TV News from Africa by Africans.
Being a journalist means in-depth analysis that unravels hidden truths, that question the status quo and fact-checks government.
These criminal elements hiding under the cloak of surveillance contractors are the APC elements.
Do you have facts to prove that? Being a journalist means waking up every day with a burning desire for peace, equity, and justice for all citizens.
We're being told that the choice you have is to take the lesser of 2 evils.
It means patriotism via the prism of objectivity and accountability. It means giving my platform to the masses to discuss issues that matter to them.
Some of them, if they bring budget, and the budget they lose. Some they sleep. They're going to ask, How much do I own? I have it.
Thereby shaping government policies and laws. My name is Osasu Igbunadia, and I am the People's Journalist.
Thank you for staying tuned to the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You can always be a part of the social media community on TOS Television Network by following us across all our social media platforms displayed on your screen. We bring to you the newspaper review segment of the show this morning. And we begin with the Blueprint newspaper for the 1st of July 2021. At the very top there it says, Unemployed Northern Youth Time Bomb ACF wants. Two riders. The first tasks governors, wealthy individuals on job creation, and the second pledges dialogue with Ohanaeze, Afenifere, and others. And we can get that on page 6 of the Blueprint newspaper. The banner headline there says, Ahead PIB passage today, host communities raise concern, insist on 10% equity. Two riders reject 2.5% operational cost, and the second, Silva Kiari, to provide technical details for lawmakers. We can get that as well on page 6, and other colorful headlines there on the Blueprint newspaper, the front page. So get yourself a copy now.
Looking at the front page of the Business Day newspaper this morning, where you have the Business Day Market Monitor on the top. The banner headline on the Business Day newspaper this morning says, China grew economy on land reform, Nigeria can. Besides that, power potential investors tap into disco's underserved franchise areas. And inside the Business Day newspaper on page 26, Zenith Bank retains #1 position in World Bank ranking.
All right, I'll move over to the Daily Trust newspaper, and from the very top, as always, 7 Nigerian journalists killed, 300 assaulted in 6 years. All of that can be found on page 7. And just side by side, PDP storms National Assembly. Once Onechie rejected as INEC commissioner. A couple of others, but the banner here says traders, experts worry as Naira free fall continues. Currency hovers around 500 Naira to dollar. And the second, what CBN should do to ease situation. We can get all of these stories on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper for today.
All right, looking at the front page of the Nigerian News Direct, this is the last dailies we're going to be looking at this morning, starting from the very gaping headline there. That's the banner headline, and it's on insecurity, illegal possession, importation of firearms to attract 3-year jail term, and that's on page 4. Underneath that, Ogun augments local government allocation with over 2 billion naira in 6 months. Afokpa says that Governor Kowasi inaugurated new cabinet on Thursday on Petroleum Industry Bill. Petroleum Minister NNPC GMD to brief senators in closed session. 71-year-old emerges best PhD graduate at UNILAG convocation. There you have quite a number of other interesting headlines on the Nigerian News Direct newspaper this morning. Just get yourself a copy and read up on all of these stories.
Yeah, get yourself a copy and read up about all of the stories. For July 1st, 2021, all of these editions and newspaper, you can get them. If you can get access to the newspapers themselves, you can check the website and get the e-copies of them. All right, that's what we have for you on the newspaper headline segment of the show. We go on a quick break, and when we return, we bring you the big story.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. Eat the farm say sabi. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you.
Airtel.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
At the first sign of pain, you need a solution that you can trust to provide effective relief and is gentle on the stomach. Try Panadol Caplets for relief from headaches, body aches, and fever. With Panadol's Optizorb formula, the tablet gently breaks down in the stomach, quickly absorbs, and starts providing pain relief in 15 minutes. For fast and effective pain relief that you can trust, try Panadol Caplets. This has been Medifact for Panadol.
A big thank you for staying tuned to the conversation showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. Don't forget, you can always be a part of our social media community by following us across all our social media platforms. That is at TOS TV Network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our website www.tostvnetwork.com. You can watch all of our programs, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page as well. It's the conversation, and the crux of the show this morning is the big story. This morning we focus on Nnamdi Kanu's arrest, the implication of Biafra agitation, and joining us via the telephone this morning is Ezekiel Ugochukwu, a legal practitioner. You're welcome to the show this morning. Good morning, Ezekiel.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, happy new month to you, sir.
And the same to you.
All right.
Hope you guys are good.
Good.
Yes.
Thank you. We dive straight to the subject matter. What message does the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu pass at this point to Nigeria?
Well, to me, I must say that the rearrest of Nnamdi Kanu to continue to face his trial outside the breach of rules of engagement is in order because he was facing trial initially and he jumped bail. So the authorities are right. If they find him within the soil or outside the coast of Nigeria and he's rearrested in line with the law. But if in rearresting him, international laws, treaties, or the rule of law is breached, we will condemn him. But as it stands today, the information available to us are still very sketchy, and it is difficult. It is very, very difficult to say whether the rules of engagement, whether the law, the laid down procedure for extradition of a fugitive outside the country, outside Nigeria, whether the laws were followed. So if they were followed, then we'll commend the federal government of Nigeria. But if they were not followed, then it is another sad omen and another sad development.
So if they were not followed, does it mean the federal government would have no rights to actually, prosecute him or anything?
Well, it's not about right. It's about what it says about our country in the committee of nations. It is about the image of the country. It is about what others who are not Nigerians will say about us as a country. Are we a country that is known for obedience to the rule of law, or are we a country that is known for obedience to the rule of the gun?
Okay.
Let's talk about the agitation from Biafra. Will this continue? The arrest, will it affect it in any way? Do you think so?
Well, to me, I do not. I have never supported. I have never supported violent agitation, whether for Biafra or for Dudua or for any other ethnic group in Nigeria. However, we must say that the right to self-determination is like a right to be alive, and it is a right guaranteed under the international conventions. So it is not out of order for someone to say, I want to be on my own. It is not a crime, so far as such is done within the ambits of the law. So I cannot at this stage determine whether the agitation will continue. I am not part of the agitation, but if the agitators want to continue, my humble advice would be, let them do whatever they want to do in line with the law.
Okay. You mentioned that it's not crime for somebody to say the word to be on their own. So it is not crime to demand for, Biafra nation or an Oduduwa nation. But do you think that the federal government is actually trying to make a scapegoat of Nnamdi Kanu because of,
I didn't get that question, please.
Do you think that the federal government is trying to make a scapegoat of Nnamdi Kanu, for literally saying that he wants to be, his people should be left to go on in their...
Well, of course, government should always exert its authorities at any time. It's not about, this is not the first time that it's happening in the history of the country. This is not the first time. He's not the first person. You remember that somebody like Raf Wazirike was once arrested. The Raf Wazirike of Masob was arrested in similar circumstances over agitation for self-determination of the defunct Biafra. Yes, so that is the southeastern part of the country, and then you will see. We'll talk of the Asari Dokubos and others who agitated for self-determination. So it is not something new. The only thing is that if you go out of the line, it is the duty of the federal government to have you prosecuted.
All right. You did say that you do not support the movement from all of these groups. Would you care to share your opinion on what you see, or why don't you think is the right step towards development of the country?
My position has always been that we are better together than divided.
Okay.
And in saying that, I believe that the laws as they are, our constitution, the ground norm is faulty, and the structure of the country need to be looked at. We need what people call restructuring. You need to look at the structure in terms of our administrative structure, the states and the federal government. We need to devolve powers, more powers to the regions or the states or whatever name we want to call it. The federal government, as it is now, has so much enormous powers that there are so many areas within the powers of the federal government of Nigeria that they've not even touched. And one single president would, if you would like to bring an angel from heaven to be the president of Nigeria, it will be difficult for that angel to operate under the circumstances that were found itself under the current structure of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would rather call for devolution of powers, more devolution of powers to the regions, that is the component states, rather than a full separation or division of the country.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you very much, and do have a great day. Thank you, viewers, and hope to talk to you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on the conversation this morning. And as I always say, the conversation comes to you every weekday. That's from Mondays to Friday. That means you're going to be seeing our faces here tomorrow. But before then, you have to be a part of the TOS TV community, right? So you have to follow us across all social media platforms. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also subscribe to TOS TV Network on YouTube, so you can, you don't miss out on amazing lineups that we have there for you. You can also stream our content, read about our contents on www.tostvnetwork.com. My name remains Adesu Awasui.
And I am Merciful Ajinamo. Happy New Month once again. Enjoy the rest of the month.